Hello, welcome. Sorry this video took a while. Jesse went out hunting and I didn't have footage. And in the meantime, I have been editing some other videos, so it wasn't a total waste of time. But regardless, here's part 1, the makeup. Okay, so we're starting off with the bald cap. This was just something I whipped up really quickly on a mannequin head.
Is this still Powhatan?
No, this is Cumberland.
Okay, Cumberland. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong direction. Jesus Christ.
I'm screwing with you, this is Powhatan.
It is Powhatan. Oh god.
This monster doesn't have any ears, so I can just use the bald cap and cover them right up. Okay, so the first prosthetic that we're going to put on is the face. If you've never put on a large prosthetic like this before, you want to start with your adhesive in the center of the mask and work your way to the edges. Now, lining it up is very important. If you mess this part up, then the rest of the prosthetic is most likely going to be crooked, so you really want to get this laid down correctly. All the prosthetics in this video are made of whipped FX gelatin, which is something I think I came up with a while ago. Someone might have come up with it that I'm unaware of, but it's a more material-efficient way of making gelatin prosthetics. Anyways, I'll link the other videos about the sculpting and molding the prosthetics in the description if you care about those. The prosthetic face was made on a life cast of myself from 3 years ago, so as you can imagine, it doesn't fit Heath perfectly, but it fits well enough. Applying the rib prosthetics is much more lenient. Pretty much just stick them on.
Associated with freshers.
Me too. Yo, what the heck? That's honestly sexy. Ah!
For the spine, I'm starting at the top and slowly adhering it all the way down to the bottom, being careful not to get any of the flaps pinned down. There's a big problem though. There's a very clear difference in skin texture between the prosthetics and Heath, so we're taking some melted gelatin and slathering it on there with spoons to get Heath's skin to match. The hands are made out of good old-fashioned cotton and latex, just building up the correct shape. I would have loved to use actual prosthetics for them, but it's unreliable to make them without a cast of the actor's hands. This ended up being a blessing in disguise because Heath had a torn ligament in one of his thumbs, and if I'm being completely honest, I didn't even realize that it was going to be a problem until like halfway through the car ride. I thought we were screwed for a second until I realized I could try to wrap the cast up in saran wrap and then just give him a large mutilated hand. It was a pretty big oversight, but to be honest, I think it turned out pretty cool. Oh, that's not latex, but yeah, everything on your face is fine, except for the ball cap. Once we had the base coat of foundation done, we took some darker colors like brown, purple, and black, then went around the areas that needed some contrast.
Your family doesn't love you.
All around me are from me.
After that, just miscellaneous colors and random spots to break up the skin tone. I wasn't expecting to use the airbrush, but I ended up using it to add white, gray, and a couple other colors to the highlights, as well as bring down some over-contrasted areas. As the final touch, I took some coagulated blood and regular blood and then just placed it in a couple areas like the eyes and hands. And of course, you gotta set it with some powder.